Lion face.
I try to give it to you, bro. I try to give it to you.
Good. You're living face.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Gung-Fu Super Bros podcast, the number one podcast for Kung Fu martial arts movies and pop culture. Hey, Abarca, say hi.
Yeah, unlike you, see when I don't move my mouth a lot, so he can edit on me. Hey, what's up, folks?
Enrique.
Hi.
Super Producer Stevens.
Hello.
And remember, my name is Ivan. What episode is this?
I don't care.
77.
8.
78.
78. You were so close.
I was so close. Who were our champions in 78, including the Ryder Cup? Go.
78 is the New York Yankees beat the Dodgers 4-2 with Bucky Dent as the
Wait, stop right there.
Let's go, Yankees.
Derek Jeter. All right, so Bucky Dent, that's the one where he hit that home run, right? That was stupid because he's like a second baseman that never hit anything other than a single. But like for some reason he hits one in the thing. Interesting. Okay. What does it tell you? Like what were like 4-2, 4-1? What was it like? It doesn't say this.
Didn't I just say 4-2?
Did you? Oh, did she not say it? Damn.
I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. I read it.
I was too busy talking shit, Steven.
I might not have said it. I don't know.
4-2?
Yeah.
Damn. All right. Well, hey, sorry about that, Enrique. We didn't want to open up old wounds and stuff like that.
I wasn't alive yet.
So it doesn't really matter. You don't count those? You don't count those. I love it. All right.
Dang, I was alive. That's sad.
Well, so Enrique and I, a while back, went to horror nights. And recently, Abarca and Stevens went to horror nights. I want to make sure I enunciate that as well as possible. So we had some things we liked. We had some complaints. What did you guys get to do? How did you like it? What went down when you guys went?
First of all, guys, I'm glad it's October. Man, it is so chilly. I'm wearing my sweatshirt. Ooh, so chilly.
You look sweaty as fuck to me.
That's because I turn on the heater so you guys don't get all cold. Dude, Howling Horror Nights is amazing. We got to go to both of them last year at the one in Orlando, the one here. This year we didn't because we spent all our money going to Orlando last year. It's cool. I enjoyed the houses. I really did.
They seem longer to you?
Some seemed a little longer. Yeah. I enjoyed that. Some came back, but they changed the areas. And so they got a chance to rework kind of what the houses were. The first one we did was a weekend. And that's a really, really cool house.
It's impressive, right?
It's impressive. Yeah. We did it twice. Cool. The first time was we got gypped because there was a couple in front of us that whenever a scare would happen, the girl would push back. And so they'd push you back and stop basically the progress. And then kids that are using me as a shield behind me. And I'm like, stop touching me. But the first time we went in, that you guys had made a comment that there were things that were missing or like performers that were missing. And that was the opening day. We went a week later and it seemed like there were more people working it. However, there were some scares that either they were taking their break or they were switching things out, which was a bummer. But the second weekend, we got to see kind of the differences. We got to see more of the monsters that are in there. The story seems to be the weekend for whatever reason got captured, and they're like pulling his memories out or his nightmares.
Okay.
And then it becomes real, and he multiplies and gets murdered somehow, or his face is. You know what they took? They took his face off.
Yeah, because there was a part where they're like his head was cut off or something.
Yeah.
Yes, but that one's from the actual
video.
The video. Because if you wait in line, you get to see that video over and over again.
Oh, they're playing it while you're going. Yeah.
But that was cool. We didn't get to go to the bar. They turned the bar that's above Jurassic Park.
We didn't go to that either.
But again, I'm not a drinker, and everything was red. Like
all the lighting.
I can develop my film in there. That's how red it is.
That's crazy.
I enjoy The Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It's a little campy movie. But there were things that were missing. I got shot by the water cannon.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I'm taking video and then guys like, I'm like, thanks, clown. But it's not one of those like it's not a scary maze. It's really just what Halloween Horror Nights is. They give you the kind of the best scenes from the movie, right? And so you got it's like here's Clownzilla. Here is when the police officer becomes a dummy, like literally a hand puppet. So that was cool, and you get to see all sorts of the clowns, and when they turn human beings into cotton candy.
Oh yes,
cocoons in the movie. I really enjoyed the Universal Monsters one.
Yeah, the what is
Legends Collide.
Yeah, Legends Collide. So it's Wolfman versus the Mummy versus Dracula, and you said the scenery, the sets made for that, amazing, right? Like you can shoot a movie in that.
Yeah,
and it would look amazing.
Was that the one next to Halloween?
No,
Jurassic Park.
That
like
was
the ride next to Jurassic
it's
Park.
the first
ride.
one we went to.
Okay.
Very first one.
It's
With
on
the
okay.
warehouse
Yeah.
and a la carte trading.
I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah.
I love Universal Studios. I've loved Universal Studios since I was a kid. A lot of my favorite movies are Universal movies. And anytime I can get up,
Like Fast and the Furious?
well, I have never seen those. Yeah, take pride in that now. At this point, I'm like, I don't want to start. It's like people starting Marvel movies now. You're like, which one? Where do I start?
Shit, part 1, baby. And then you go straight to Tokyo Drift. No, but anyways, okay.
However, so anytime I get to be on the back lot, anytime I go behind the scenes, like I love doing that. Being inside the warehouse, the
cool.
sound stages, that's cool. What else did we see? So the cool thing about the pass, here's the thing. This is first world problems. I've gotten to a point where I don't want to wait in line a very long time. So we spend more money to buy the premium ticket that lets you get into the park early and gives you not unlimited, but it lets you ride everything.
Okay.
And then once it's 6:00, it resets so you can ride everything again.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really enjoyed La Llorona. You said like that was not your thing. I think you were missing a whole bunch of stuff.
I think we were. And
too. I talked to Zion. I said, "Hey, did you when you were walking on a little bridge, did you see that?
Nope.
That there was like the bridge is supposed to be over this little lake that's just blood, and inside there's these kids and they're drowned face down, and then La Llorona comes in before you go back inside."
We saw the kids, but
yeah, we
there
didn't get
was
to see the Llorona. And again, there were just so many boxes where nothing happened. And I was like, oh, dude, I wonder if somebody got sick or something. Because again, it was closed down for like a while before we got to go in again. So, and I think that's just bad timing, right? We maybe should have went there or whatever.
Well, and it was really hot that day, so it could literally be someone got sick in there, right? Like, so
they're like, "I mis hijos, I gotta go."
because there was there was a survey or whatever, and one of the things was, how was your experience? And one of the options was weather related. And I think it's because that first night was really hot. So by the time I got it, they were like, I think they were asking from that week. Luckily, when we went, it was
awesome.
Nice, but
It wasn't quite as chilly as today, but it was
because
awesome.
it's October. That's what it is. Stevens, what about yourself, man? What'd you enjoy? What'd you like? Dislike?
I liked most of what we saw. There was some repeated things, as Abarca said, and you guys said last week there was some repeats, but I just get carried away in the sets. Like I like looking around. So like Legends Collide, we missed probably a good portion of the scares in there. Like we were either ahead or behind them. And then like the big finale was gone. Like there was a whole bunch of things we didn't see.
The werewolf Anubis? Like at the end, there should be a jackal wolf werewolf on stilts.
Yeah, we missed that.
There's a room where the werewolf is transforming.
Yes, we didn't see that.
We didn't see that.
Oh, so we saw that.
He wasn't there. Okay. But also in that room, in the window, just like in Salem's Lot, Dracula is flying by outside the window, and he's like, "Blah, let me in."
There's a lot of stuff that we just kind of missed.
If you don't invite them in, they can't come into your house.
True.
Just remember that.
Let the right one in.
It's true.
Unless we ever have to deal with vampires, guys. That's a rule right there.
Yeah.
Right.
But that one was cool. La Llorona was cool.
Really?
Halloween was cool.
Halloween was cool. I did enjoy it, except for the cop.
The Scarecrow, the Reaping.
That was cool.
That was cool. I kept going, oh my gosh, they died with like corn in their chest.
Yeah,
and
when the kids
whatever.
are at the table.
I mean,
everybody's got corn coming out of them. Yeah.
It's got the juice.
And I kept smacking my brother with the guts. I would get him just like, bah! He's like,
Yeah.
Okay. So right before you go into the horse stable, there are crows above you. Those crows pooped on you.
Yeah.
That's probably what I felt then. Because there was points where I thought it was water coming in from the thing. I was like, is that water coming in? Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's cool.
And then you pass by and the toilet pees on you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of water effects.
Mm-hmm.
So even on the tram tour, I know you didn't like the tram tour that much.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed the tram tour.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was okay. I liked the Koodle stuff is fine. Like
Koodle.
he's our local clown terrorist or wwhatever. He spit in my face like as we were walking in the
He was like, I
hotels.
don't like you.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it was gross.
Ew.
And he like sneezed though.
Yeah.
He sneezed. Yeah, so that was gross.
See,
but then the us and the nope stuff was cool too. I thought it cool. I thought it was cool. There was
What
a
did
lot of
Mick say to
characters
you?
there.
I said I was gonna. You want to have sexual intercourse with me? Clarice.
So when did you guys you did the Koodles and then you went into the
Nope.
nope everything /
It didn't have the other stuff. It was just those two.
It didn't have well, it had the scene from you were in the little rodeo, right? From oh my god, what am I? It's
Nope.
From Nope.
Nope. Oh, sorry, but it did say it kept telling you to get out. That's all they did for get out.
It's
they
probably
talked
just
about it.
terminology.
Yeah, it was just terminology, and I was like,
because Get Out wasn't there, but
that's what I'm saying.
It was us and Nope, and I think us blended well because Nope is daytime, right?
Yeah.
And so like having the us characters in there, and there were a lot of them. I don't know how it was for you guys.
There was a lot of
There
them.
were a lot of them, and they got me a few times. They were hiding behind things, and I love it when they're staring up at the sky or whatever
Yeah.
and then turn. So I like that. That was cool.
Yeah, I started growling.
It was cool.
Yeah.
I liked
One
it.
girl, dude, did not break the kayfabe. I really appreciated that.
Yeah, all those the us characters, they were all good.
So she
we
was
went there
holding
then.
hands with four, like a group of four. She sees me, because I'm going around filming stuff, and she's walking backwards, just straight looking at me in the eyes.
Jesus.
And the thing is, like, I don't find them scary. I love the costumes and I want to stare at them. So when they're like, ah, and you're like, oh my God, that's so amazing. I was like, was that latex? What is that? Like right now at California Adventure, Disney California Adventure, for their Halloween festival, they have an Ernesto de la Cruz, white mariachi outfit.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's a latex appliance or if
He
it's
looks
silicone.
amazing.
Amazing. Dude, they put dentures, so he's got the cartoon teeth, and he's got the proportions of that.
Oh, wow.
And again, they're so into their character. Someone showed him a picture of Hector, and he's like, "Hey, do you remember this guy?" And he's like, "My friend Hector. I have not seen him in a long time.
That's cool.
Tell him to stay away from chorizo."
That's dope. That's cool. The guy's in character. He's going to kayfabe the whole time or whatever. That's super cool. No, I mean, and that's awesome. Again, like, no matter what. Oh, that's holy crap. Stevens is showing us a video.
He
there.
looks
Enrique's putting this video upside down without sound so you can see it. Or maybe just some pictures.
That is actually really, really awesome. That's cool.
Right,
he
the jawline.
looks good because you can't see a mask.
And again, this is from the movie Coco.
Yes.
We finally got one
someone
in there.
else. So here's what I don't like. I wish it starts later.
Mhm.
Like there's something about seeing these things in the dark that hits different.
Yeah.
So someone took a picture of this Ernesto de la Cruz or their video and they're talking. He's like, "I will see you later, my friend."
Mhm.
And just the makeup appliance is so awesome because it moves with him. It stretches with him where you can't really tell that. Again, is it a mask? Is it makeup? It's obviously some sort of appliance.
Yeah, it's not him. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. But no, hey, real quick, I didn't ask this before, so I'll ask this now. Barker or Stevens, I haven't, or even you, Enrique. Have you guys watched Andor yet?
No, not yet.
No,
Of course we watch Andor, man. We're on episode 5 now. 6.
I guess. I just don't want to talk about it
done.
yet.
You know, when
So
Daryl
you guys
came
haven't
out.
watched it. Okay, cool. Just making sure that's so,
Again, it is October 17th, bro.
Did it drop 4? If it dropped 4 episodes,
3 of them dropped.
3 of them. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And that's. Do we know how long of a series that is?
I don't know. I'm not super
see.
producer.
Okay. Because that honestly, that's one of my favorite Star Wars movies. Like I really thought Rogue One was good, man. I mean, you know, it had Donnie. I mean, you know, come on. It had, like it tickled a lot of my. It had a Mexican in there and Donnie. Like it was awesome actually. So and it really was. And then the Darth Vader at the end, that whole clip you got to see, I thought that was really cool. Which I know that's just extra, but I think I'm kind of interested to see the origin story of it all. Which that's what it is, right?
Yeah, well, it's his origin.
Yeah.
And so I guess the way it works is that they'll do little time jumps to kind of fill you in on his life, and then how they set him up to be part of the rebellion. And it's got the greatest Star Wars character ever.
Which is?
No, not K2SO. It's got it's got my boy Forrest Whitaker in it.
Oh, you do like that character.
Jyn Erso.
Saul Guerrero.
Are you here to kill me?
There are 12
Enrique?
episodes. 12 episodes.
Are they 30 minutes or an hour?
Man, you're asking me too many things.
Hey, dude, Forrest Whitaker gets down, bro.
Does that character die
Yes.
in one of the movies or
Rogue
shows?
One, isn't it?
In Rogue One, because he's on the planet.
It blows up.
He's on Jeddah, the planet, because they have to go there.
How does it sound like when he dies?
He's oh, you did come to kill me, Jyn Erso.
And then it just goes, yeah.
41 minutes is the first one.
No.
Okay.
Not messing around.
No,
I heard
okay.
they're dropping the S word in this.
There's cussing in Star Wars.
There's cussing in Star Wars now.
All right.
And
Then we get a sexy scene. It's gonna be over, fool.
with the Mexicans.
Chewbacca.
He's all. Vete. Llégale.
That would be awesome if it was that. Okay, so I heard of something that I didn't know fucking existed, and I don't know if you guys did, but did you guys know there was a toy Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Okay, and there is.
It's been around for a long time.
It's been around for a long time, but some of the toys in this bitch
been a while.
Oh, yeah.
are kind of hilarious. Super Producer
So
Stevens.
where is this?
It's in New York.
Toyland.
New York?
Oh, okay.
No, it's in.
Do you want this year's finalist?
Let's,
or do you
okay,
want-
well, first off, how is a piñata already not in the Hall of Fame? Fuck you, Toy Hall of
How
Fame.
is it a
Okay,
toy?
hold on. So every year,
It's because it's the greatest toy there is.
How is it a toy?
so every year they let people.
Do you play
they
with
let
it more
toys
than
in?
one time?
Yes.
Okay, do you play more than one time with silly putty? No, because that bitch gets hard and you never use it
Whatever.
again.
You put it back in the egg
Nobody
and you
puts
can
it
use
back
it
in the egg,
again.
Steven. You were that fucking
Everybody
kid.
does.
I knew Stevens was that kid, dude. You probably can play with it more than one time. Next time you find that bitch, it's a rock.
No, you put it back.
Okay,
It's
well,
fine.
let's go with and let's see how many of these toys we've played with that are in the
Okay,
Toy Hall of Fame. All right, what is in the Toy Hall of Fame already? It's not that hard. Enrique.
By the way,
She's gonna
first
just
of
say
all-
it. You have none of these.
A piñata is not a toy.
It is a toy. I will disagree with you. I think it's a toy.
You don't play with it.
Because look at the rest of the shit that's in here.
You don't buy toys to purposely destroy them.
That's what we did with every fucking toy we
But
owned.
you don't. No,
You
but
destroyed
that was
the
just
shit
a
out of that
byproduct
Kobe.
of playing with
But
it.
look
too
at
That
the
was
much.
your
shit they put in there.
ADHD.
Look at the shit they put in there, and that's why I will say it does. Because it's really just anything a kid likes is basically a toy. That's what they're
I
doing.
guess, but
I know what you're saying. Yeah, in the definition of, but for this museum, it works.
okay.
It really does. Like,
Do you want me to go back to the year that the museum began in
well, yeah,
1998?
1998?
I want you to go back in time.
Wait.
No, back to reality.
So, 1998, where is it located?
This is
1990, Chub Rock.
Jumped upon the scene.
in New York somewhere?
It's like it's right outside the city. Like it's not upstate New York, but it's
Oh, it's like the Hall of Fame. It's like somewhere
It's
in
like,
New York.
yeah,
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So what do we got? What's already in the Hall of Fame?
All right. So in 98, they inducted the teddy bear.
yeah.
Do you really play with the teddy
It's a doll.
Yes.
bear? Fuck no, I didn't have a doll.
You hug it.
The erector set.
Fucking shit.
Was that
okay?
The erector set.
Yeah.
Nerdy
Hello?
Legos.
What?
What?
What is it?
Remember the
erector
Sandlot?
set.
The shit that he plays that hits his mom with the marble?
Oh, but that's the best.
It's like Legos, but it's more
It's
mechanical.
nerdy Legos, bro. Yeah.
It's more mechanical.
It's
Crayola
yes.
crayons.
Oh hell yeah. 5 minutes in the ground.
That's not a toy.
But you see, that's what I'm saying. I get what you're saying, but that's why I would say the piñata fits.
That's a school supply.
Hey, remember when Crayola was super racist?
And you only had.
And they had flesh color? And I always put it up to my flesh. And I was like, why am I not like a crayon? Why am I not? So then.
It was super white.
Wait, how old were you when you did that?
No, honestly, I remember flesh color. I don't ever remember. I'm not going to sit here and act like I fucking gave two
So the
shits.
name of the color was flesh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it was
did
like
that.
a peach color.
It's like that. It's like that.
It's
like
that,
a pink.
It's like that pink Muppet from Sesame Street.
Yeah. So then, and honestly, I'm
It's
not
not
going to
the
sit
same
here
as
and
me
fucking
either,
act like
probably.
it
It's
fucking made me
Peridon.
self-conscious. I didn't give two fucks, bro. I was glad I had crayons. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have time to worry about the fucking shit. But then I remember I went to take
Or the
a class.
the 99-cent brand.
We went to the, When the one time I actually got Crayola, I was like, ooh.
I know.
You know?
Fancy.
So
And
fancy.
then my box had a sharpener on that bitch.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
the big
then
box.
Abarca and I went to take this racket of bullshit classes that would gave us more money for school. It's the fucking biggest piece of shit I've ever been to. But whatever. You weren't there for this one. I remember they're passing out markers and it was like markers of the world. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I look at it and it was like 13 shades of brown. It was a bunch of brown kids on the thing. And I was like, they were all happy. And I'm like, how the fuck does this feel more racist than the flesh colored crayon? I looked at that box and I was like, ugh.
So-
do I need 13 shades of brown?
I bought this for my students. No, because they have colored pencils, markers, and that because I was
Of the
tired.
world.
No, because they weren't even using the flesh color. Everybody was orange. I got triggered by all these little orange men. And in a way,
And then we've been deplatforming. All right, here we go. What do we got? We got crayons.
Frisbee,
Apparently
Barbie,
a toy.
Etch-a-Sketch,
yeah,
Monopoly.
hell yeah.
Board game?
Ayahuasca Waska's nephew.
I suppose it's something you play, right?
Okay.
Tinker Toys,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Play-Doh.
these are all
Legit.
These are all toys you find at a dentist's
Play-Doh's
office.
okay, but Silly Putty's not.
Oh, but Play-Doh went hard. Silly Putty just had one color. Play-Doh had all the colors.
Yeah, but Silly Putty, you put it on the
And-
comics, and then your
and-
comics in your hand.
It's fucking shit. I remember. That's the only thing you can do with fucking Silly Putty. You can do all kinds of shit with Play-Doh.
You're just jelly. Marbles,
Oh, Canicas went hard.
Lego,
Yeah, come on.
and then what other year you want? Since then, because that was the first year.
What was last year's? Let's see what they started with.
Last
And
year.
They only have like 35 shits in there, don't they? Do they have a lot of toys in
Last year was sand.
there? Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. And you don't want piñata in this bitch? They fucking put sand in there.
This is the American Hall of Fame.
But it doesn't.
Not the world.
Stupid.
But it doesn't mean that them having sand in the toy Hall of
Hey,
Fame
what again?
doesn't make
What's that again?
doesn't make the piñata a toy.
I know, but I don't think sand's a toy.
No, it's not.
That's what I mean. But I'm saying if you're gonna put sand in that, you can put other shit in there. Like it doesn't surprise me. But I agree with you. That's not a toy.
But you play in sand. Whereas I don't play with the piñata. My only end goal for a piñata
To get candy
is
out
to
of
it.
get candy and destroy it. And then maybe I get the leg and I put it on my head.
Yeah.
I'm like, look at me, I'm a cone head.
then it becomes a toy.
Then it becomes that. But it's
Well, you
The
hitting the thing is
destroyed
not playing
piñata.
with
the
it.
torn flesh of a piñata.
Aren't you hitting the piñata playing with it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but not with a baseball. No, it's not even a game because it's like this.
Oh,
It's
but
like
fucking when kids just around with the fucking hoop and a stick, then that's the same shit.
yeah, but I'm having fun. I get it.
I have fun hitting the piñata.
But why? Because there's a promise of candy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's the best toy ever because it gives
what
you
else we got?
something.
What else we got?
Risk,
Oh, the board
American Girl dolls.
Oh, like
They just like me.
this one was a slave, and
I guess that's
She's
it.
also
That's
in a
all, that's all
wheelchair.
they
Like,
had
how does that
last
work?
year.
And this
worse
this
than the multicultural crayons.
National Toy Hall of Fame, by the way, is in Rochester,
Yeah,
New York.
national, son.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm not denying that. All right, so what are the finalists for this year? And how many of the finalists get selected? All of them or just one of
It
them?
just looks
Five?
like 3.
3 or
Okay, 3. All
Three
right,
or
what do we
five.
got? All right, let's see. We're going to pick the 3 here. Fuck you guys. We're going to pick it for you.
All right.
We're going to make it the only list that matters for toys.
Finalists.
Uh-huh.
Bingo.
next.
Fucking hardly a toy.
Brayer horses. These are the plastic toy horses.
Oh, hey, dude, those go fucking hard, bro. My son went hard with those for a while.
Okay.
All right.
Settlers of Catan or just Catan.
Fucking another board
Board game. Light Bright.
Ooh, Light Bright was cool.
I vote for Light Bright.
It
Okay,
brings you
wait. You heard the
and
rest of the list?
It brings
That's
you
it.
the magic of colored lights.
No, and Piñata,
Oh, hold on.
right?
No,
There's
that's it, right?
more.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Masters of the Universe.
Oh, Ooh, the fucking cartoon was a toy commercial.
Nerf toys.
Nerf goes hard.
Piñata.
I'll fucking go. I'm gonna vote
They don't
for
even
it.
have a normal piñata in here. It's a ghetto blaster one.
Well, because again, it's a fucking National Hall of Fame. We've already said that, all right?
Phase 10, which is a card game.
Yeah, I've never played Phase 10 before.
It's cool. Pound Puppies.
Ooh, Pound Puppies went hard.
Racco, which is also a card/board game.
Okay.
It's cool. Spirograph.
Yeah.
That's a fucking toy.
Bro.
If Crayolas are.
Yeah.
Listen,
right.
I'm here to tell you that there is a big rise in gang activity. You know why?
Why?
Decline of spirograph.
Okay, there we go. Continue. You can literally put it the chart next to each other.
Yes. I can grab it with spirograph.
The top.
Oh, el trompo. Trompo went hard, bro.
Yeah.
That's it? Yeah, Piñatas doesn't make my top 3.
That's it.
I'm going to go with trompo.
Yeah.
Because I used to fucking go hard with that. Masters of the Universe.
Yes.
And there was another one. What was it? Light Bright. There was something else towards the
I'm
end.
gonna
The horses.
Nerf.
Oh, Nerf.
Ooh, but the horse.
I think it's got to
No,
be.
you know what? I'm taking out Master of the Universe. Just because you could input Ninja Turtles. You can put in everything for me. So that's just too specific. So I'm going to go Nerf, the horses, and fucking, what was my other one?
Bingo.
Light Bright, you said.
No, not Light Bright. God damn
A
it.
piñata.
No, he wasn't
Nerf.
making it.
Pound
No,
puppies.
trompo. So I'm going to go trompo.
The top.
Spirograph.
Those are my 3. All right, what do you got? Enrique?
Trompo,
Okay.
Nerf,
Okay.
and Light Bright.
All right. Stevens?
I don't know. I might have to do the
She's gonna
Pound
pick the 3
Puppies.
board games. Okay, Pound Puppies.
I wouldn't put new games
Why?
in.
What?
She loves board games.
I do like board games.
Yeah.
I'd put Pound
My
Puppies
kids
because
do
those
too.
things were
Okay.
freaking everywhere.
Yeah.
In 1986.
I'd probably go Nerf too because that's not just Nerf. Well,
It's
I guess
everything.
if it's just the
It was a
it's
football,
water
right?
products,
It
it's
was a
like
football
it's
that
a
started it
lot.
all,
It's a
right?
lot
I
of
think.
stuff.
Yeah.
And probably bingo because it's a classic.
So it's a classic
game. Classic game.
play it.
So, man,
I don't
there's
know.
a
What
better
am I
version
saying?
of bingo. It's called Loteria, all right? How the fuck is Loteria not in the goddamn Hall of Fame?
You know why, bro.
Put it in. You have
Don't
to,
ask stupid questions,
You have
bro.
to submit it. Let's put a request in for next year.
We gotta submit that
It just
bitch.
takes people putting in a
Damn it.
thing.
All right.
maybe
Hey,
a light-
everybody.
maybe a light bright.
Asia,
That was cool
we need
too.
fucking Loteria. You don't know why, but we need Loteria at the fucking National Hall of Fame, please. So we want that in there. All right. Barca, what are your top 3? Or your 3 for this year?
All right. So Masters of the Universe.
Really?
Yep.
It was hot.
Little Horses.
Yeah, those horses were fucking fire.
I'm doing piñata. You know why?
Why?
Because it's for la raza.
Representation matters, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Representation matters. Okay, here we go. Your top 3 toys of all time. Fuck yeah, off the
Jesus
dome.
Christ.
We're going freestyle. Off the dome. Off the dome. We're
fucking
going
already
right
done
down.
this.
No, we didn't. We said what we liked the most, but I want your top. What do you want in the Hall of Fame next year? That can't be in the Hall of Fame. What do you want in the fucking Hall
That's
of Fame?
already in there.
No.
Nintendo
no.
Entertainment System.
No. Oh, boom. He just went there. It might
Is
be in
it-
there, but fuck
is
it. He
it
wants it
already
in
Yeah, I
there.
think the
Or
Atari's
Game
in there
Boy.
already.
But he said, oh, Atari is, but I don't think Nintendo was in there. Ooh, Game Boy's a good one too, because they started that shit. That's a good one.
Can I go with Xbox? There was a first Xbox.
Jeez, fucking.
Can I just say
I'm gonna go with
dodgeball?
PlayStation 1.
I want that red fucking ball that hurt your
Dodgeball.
face
That's a good one.
when you got hit. That's what I wanted.
Okay, dodgeball. I want the little Mexican luchadores that all had the same pose like this. All right.
Okay.
Fuck you. It's my list. All right. So we don't want that one.
So remind me once we're done with this one.
okay, we got it. So
All
I
right.
want the little luchador that had the
I
same
want
pose.
I want rope.
Jump rope.
Just
rope.
rope.
Hey man,
What the fuck
What else did you do with it other than jump rope?
I want that black bug fool that we used to tie on the leg and went and then that fucking leg. What'd you call that bug when fool growing up? What'd you call it, America?
oh I caught it. I called it Little Jimmy's.
I fucked
Hey,
it
out
up.
there, if you're listening, you know.
I called it a Jumbo.
God damn. That's not what my dad called it. Okay, but yeah, I want that fucking bug with one leg. And the bug has to have 3 legs and 1 missing when they put it into the Hall of Fame. That's what I want. Yes, what other toy?
I fucked my neck up one time real bad with a rope.
What the fuck
What were you doing?
We're talking about toys, not your freaky stuff.
That's your freaky shit, dog. He's like, I fucking used to hang it from the closet.
I wanna
He goes, and right when I was gonna
animal.
come, I kicked the stool out.
All right, so look, this is what happened. I was playing with a friend.
But say slow and sexy.
I think he was my cousin or something. But we were probably 6 or 7. And
Dear Penthouse.
we tied.
You'll never believe this story.
Yeah, we tied, and it was a thick, like scratchy rope. The one
The
that,
rope.
Oh, you mean a piñata rope?
A tug of war rope.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And we tied one end to the fence, to the the fence that divided the yards, the neighbor's yard. And
Compound.
the other one, he had it, and he was doing like if we were jumping rope.
Okay.
But I was going through it on my bike.
Cause why wouldn't you, dog? You were gonna time that shit so perfectly, okay?
And I did it a couple times, but then one time I didn't.
Uh-oh.
And it hit you on it was coming up?
It was coming up, and it got my neck, and it fucking scratched the shit out of me. My mom had to take me to the hospital, and I wore a neck brace for a while. Yeah.
So did you like fuck up your? I mean,
guess,
I was thinking a cut, but did you like or a scratch or something? But you fucked up your neck.
Enrique looked like Professor Adams.
I don't remember honestly. I just remember I got hurt and I had to wear that. I might have just wore it on the way home. Probably because they probably put something on.
You're like, quítate el pendejada. Like, that's what it was. So for me, I remember we never had enough money for a slip and slide. So we would just get like
plastic
tarp.
bags.
Tarp was a shit. When
used
dad let you use a tarp, that was fucking money.
But without that, it was garbage bags.
Yeah, it was
Plastic
garbage bags.
bags, yeah.
So we lined up a bunch of garbage bags. And what was stupid is that we had a cement walkway that would come through our yard next to where we would hang the clothes. But we didn't want to stop at that cement. Why the fuck? That's for pussies, right? So we're going to go all the way. So, and of course, as a kid, you don't think about it. You fucking put the last bag at the fence. Because again, we're not fucking, we're going to go, right? So you soak that bitch up, you water it up. And of course, the first kid, right?
Dish soap?
Yep. No, special sliding soap.
No, like shampoo
it was probably Ariel, if anything.
Dish soap.
Not dish soap. Dish soap. Yeah, dish soap for sure.
Yeah.
So, of course, you want to be the first one because that's the best slide. It's when the soap is fresh. Like, you want to get that because your mom's not going to let you use all the soap, right? So, dude, I'm running. I catch it. The first hit is that fucking cement walkway. And I'm like, ugh. But it made me catch a little bit of air and I went right into the fucking chain link fence. Fool. And I should have probably went to the doctor or something, but you're scared.
Yeah.
You're scared. You're
good, Mom.
You're like that bump on my elbow cut off. It'll fucking come off, dog. Like it'll go away. So you just hide it or whatever.
And he sold that idea, and that's the origin of Crocodile Mile.
Okay, so did you guys get any major injuries fucking doing stupid shit like growing up? I fucked myself up on rollerblades all the time. I remember that shit. I ate shit on rollerblades all the time.
Just normal stuff, but nothing bad for me.
I almost got ran over one time and die.
On a bike?
Same
Bike or roller
same
skates?
driveway, same time period.
There was a rope.
No, I had a Hot Wheels truck. It was like a Bigfoot truck.
Oh,
But
you said you never.
Hold on, but the battery didn't work. The battery didn't work.
Oh, so it was more just a cart.
Yeah, so they had to push me.
What was that thing called? It was the first original car. It was called. Was it just called Bigfoot? Power Wheel. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But it was a Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's badass. Uh-huh.
And so one of my cousins was pushing me down the fucking driveway and didn't stop where he was supposed to. So I kept going onto the street. I stopped right in front of the street, in the middle of the street, and the car like ran right up on me and barely stopped.
It was a cat in musical Cats.
With a big old dick.
And I just remember looking at the guy. It was a guy and a girl, and they just looked at me and just shaking their head like, "Fucking."
Yeah, it was like.
Wow.
And I was just like this, like looking at him like,
That's crazy. Okay, what would be your favorite board game that you ever played? For me, it's not. I don't know if this counts as a board game, but I'm just thinking a game. I love dominoes. Till this day, I fucking love dominoes. And Loteria's up there too. But I really do enjoy just fucking playing dominoes. And recently, my family and I were getting into Mexican train dominoes. The fucking games take like 4 hours.
That's not a board game though.
Wow.
Is it? I mean, but a game. It may doesn't have to be a board game. A game of some sort.
Debbie Downer over here.
Okay, game of death is what you like playing, obviously. But what would it? For me, it would be dominoes. You're right. There's no board to it, but it'd be dominoes. I love that. What's your favorite game? Board game?
Can I say cards?
Just
like a card game?
Whatever. All different cards.
I play hearts.
Hearts. Okay. All right. That would be the one. Who taught you how to play hearts?
My mom.
Yeah. That's my dad taught me how to play dominoes. So I think that has a lot to do with it too. All right, Enrique, what would it be for you? Do you play any?
Because I know how to
I don't like board games.
Because I'm bored.
But like, what about card games?
Let me get
Dominoes.
I mean, I like playing poker.
Hey,
Ah,
Toby.
okay, what kind though?
Tell me how
Texas
my ass
Hold'em.
is.
Texas Hold'em. You actually like
Yeah.
betting the whole time
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
that? Okay. That's just, dude, I can't bet. I'm such a pussy.
He wears a big hat though. He's like,
You just gotta be like, I have shit all in.
yeah.
You
go,
wouldn't
go.
play if I get a poker night going?
Honestly, I'd probably get bored real quick.
Yeah?
I'm impatient. That's what it is too, dude.
I don't know how to play cards, so.
You play with people you like, and you just talk shit the whole time.
And I will tell you that a lot of times when I got invited to that, it wasn't necessarily with people that I like. You're right,
Yeah.
and that has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, if you're playing with people you don't
And
like,
then people
it's
start
not-
getting like real shitty about stuff, and I kind of was like, dude, I don't like this shit, bro.
It's more serious than what it is.
Yeah, it
whatever.
needs to be, especially when our fucking buy-in is $20. like whatever, like
Yeah.
relax, dog. Like, it's not that serious, but people get into shit like that. I remember I was one where supposedly the money got lost. It was real shitty, dude.
Oh,
And I was
really?
just like, ooh, that's not fun. But okay, so Texas Hold'em. All right, cool. What would be for you, Barker?
Sorry.
Really?
The Pop-O-Matic bubble?
That shit always broke on me, bro. And then it fucking fucked the game. Like, it wasn't the same without the on that bitch for sure. Interesting. Okay. Wow. Stevens, hearts is what I was trying to remember. I played spades, obviously Kunkian. Like, what's hearts?
I don't know how to quickly describe it.
No,
but
fuck, you got 10 seconds. Go. Elevator pitch. Why should I play hearts?
well, we should play sometime.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
We'll play.
Again, I'm down. I like card games.
I miss playing cards, honestly, because like my mom, when she moved, she was way across the country, so I wasn't playing. And then like I don't see my sister
You play
that
anything
often.
else,
So
or just
Yeah, she plays
we
poker.
would play spades. We would play. We learned to play poker that way. Just goofing around and just a whole bunch. I like to play games, so whatever, really.
In my consistent, like having people fucking talk to me when I don't know them, I was riding to San Francisco on the Amtrak, and I was just chilling, reading and stuff.
Oh, that's
and all
right. You were
You told
talking
us
about
that.
them.
yeah,
playing.
they came over and like, let's play spades, and I was like, what the fuck? And
Yeah.
all right, cool. That shit was fun. It was kind of cool. So I mean, I that would be cool. We have to try that. We have to play
Like
that.
rummy is
Bunko?
cool. That one I have never done, but I have friends who do it. I've just
They
never
love
been
that
to
shit
it.
too,
Yeah.
right? We gotta
I
get
don't
some
know.
kind of game going, bro. Do
Dude,
that.
like a cool poker night or like any other card game like that is cool. Like if you play with people you like and you're just hanging around.
Is there
You're just hanging
alcohol
out?
involved?
Yes, of course.
Okay, you say of course like you drink,
But
bitch.
there is. There always is. I don't drink it, but there
But
is.
there's alcohol there.
Yeah.
Like,
People
there's
do
alcohol
drink
there.
and play.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well that's the best way to play cards. Come on, that's the only way I knew how to play cards, dude. Every
Yeah.
time, you know what though, man, my dad I think spent so many nights in bars that motherfucker plays everything well, from dominoes to cards to pool. Fuck, I hate that shit, man. He's so good at pool, dude.
That's because it's the difference of having access to a whole bunch of stuff versus having access to these things, right? So if that's all they had, that's what they did, and they learned it, and they learned it well,
But I mean,
right? And then when we were kids, right, you started seeing more crap and more stuff, right?
Yeah.
And now even more, like as you get older, there's still stuff where you're like, holy crap, like we never had these things. So like, I think it's just access to things. Like, what did you have? We had cardboard boxes. We had paper, or not paper bags, but
Rope.
plastic bags, and we had rope. Like, you know, like what are you gonna do?
yeah.
I think it's partly that.
I remember one night we were playing Kunkian and I was fucking wiping up because we were playing for money. And then my dad stumbles in from the bar and shit like that. This was like, I'm like in college.
Takes all your
or whatever.
money.
Took everybody's fucking money. I was like, I couldn't fucking get him. It was frustrating. He was just laughing
What's
at us.
that
Like,
game?
it's gin. I think it's same as gin rummy.
Oh, okay,
Or very
gin rummy,
similar.
yeah.
The three, you put things down, you have
Yeah.
to put a number. Yeah, somebody told me.
Make
I think Granucci told me it was similar to gin rummy.
Suits or straights?
Yeah. For
So
sure.
did you guys ever play cootie?
No.
Oh. Yeah, no.
Not cooties.
No, I got my cootie shot.
Girls used to say I had that shit when I was growing up, but I never played it. I never.
So
what the
this
fuck is
is-
cootie?
It's some game, like I don't even remember how to play it.
You have to
but
build the ants.
You do things and then you get like leg. Like you get a leg, and so you put the leg on your
So
bug.
whoever had the full,
And then
the
whoever
ant-
made the cootie first. Yeah.
So, okay. Are you thinking, okay, what are you going to ask right now?
No, I've
my
never seen
thing
that
is-
before.
because it was a bug, is that where the word
Yeah. Well,
you have
I
cooties
think,
come from?
No, I think
Or vice versa?
I think cooties was a thing and they made the game.
They're like, we're going to trademark this.
Although, you know what? Let
We
me
need to
find
do that.
out. Because
We
this
need
was
to
in
fucking do that, bro.
1976. Let me find out.
we need to fucking come up with that shit. Well, we watched the movie. Who, I don't know, didn't have cooties? I have fucking no idea. This movie was interesting. and we all watched different versions of this fucking movie.
Well, two of us watched one version,
Yeah.
the other two watched a different version.
Hopefully. We don't even know, really. So we start talking about it. We'll find out, and we'll talk about it after this break.
Oil can.
I'm trying to give it to you, bro.
No, you're good.
All right. And that is the trailer to Stevens. I want all the titles from all over the world. To what? Go.
So we know it in the U.S. as Yes, Madam.
What is it called in Asia?
Which Asia, bro?
All of the Asias. Go.
So in I gotta find an Asian country. Hold on. In Hong Kong, it's called In the Line of Duty 2. It's also called Super Cops. It's also called Wong Ka CJ. It's also called Yes, Madam. It's also called Yes, Madam with an exclamation point.
Yes.
In Japan,
Damn.
it's called Ready Haru Hong Kong Dai Sosasen.
Okay, we'll stop
That
there.
one?
So basically, this fucking movie has a lot of names. All right, Barca. Hit him with one of the back.
Why
of the
so
boxes.
many names?
I don't know.
Two unlucky thieves break into a just murdered man's hotel room and steal his passport with hidden microfilm, wanted by a triad boss. Two hard-kicking women cops from Hong Kong and the UK get the
Scotland
case.
Yard. Right, she's from Scotland Yard, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
This movie is directed by Corey Yuen. It stars Cynthia Rothrock as Carrie Morris, Michelle Yeoh, billed as Michelle Kwan in our version, as Anna Young,
Us too.
John Sham as Strepsil or the Professor, Hoi Mang as Aspirin or Marlin, director Choi Hark as Panadol or Fingers, James Tian as Tin, Dick Wei as Dick.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was. Fat Chung as Mad Dog, and Wai
That was
Shum
interesting.
as Tin's lawyer.
Enrique, what'd you think about this movie?
I liked Michelle Yeoh and Cynthia Rothrock in this. I mean, other than that,
It's kind of what we watched it for, right?
I just felt like
Go ahead.
they were so good. Their fighting scenes when they were on screen were so good, and we didn't get enough of them, and whatever we did get were super short. Like they weren't I guess the last at the end was a good length, but I don't know, too much of the story. Like I saw too much of the other characters doing their thing,
That's what Stevens was saying, yeah.
and
Who would you say is the main character in this movie?
the group, the three guys that broke into the room in
That's
the
what
And
video.
it's
I said
called
too.
Yes, Madam, with
Yeah.
them on the cover. With both of our
It
female.
was their film,
That makes no sense.
and then every now and then these badass chicks would come in and kick some fucking ass, and then that was it. And then they were, because Michelle Yeoh would come in and out a lot. Like
They
she
all,
would come,
they all did.
Yeah.
I feel like the females came in and out a lot all the time in this movie. It was
Yeah.
weird.
yeah. The sound was weird too. I mean, it was badly done.
Shit, yeah, it was.
We saw the version that me and you,
Uh-huh.
Ivan, saw. The dub
Subtitle version.
subtitled.
And Stevens and Abarca, you guys watched the dub version.
Dubbed version, yes.
I want to ask you about the dub version.
Man, if we would actually got a Michelle Yeoh, Cynthia Rothrock doing their thing movie like throughout,
Dude,
this movie would have
yeah.
been so good. Because
Okay,
their fighting is awesome, dude. They're cool.
Okay. Abarca, or anybody, what? I know it's a martial arts film, but what is it? A funny martial arts film? Because sometimes I felt like it was trying to be. Was it a drama? Like what was this movie? I'm not even trying, like truly. They play the campiest fucking music during scenes where you think like this is almost Jackie Chan-ish. Even more than that. But then it was okay. And then the ending. Okay, so yeah, what kind of movie is this? Abarca?
I think it's more comedy than action. So I wouldn't say it's an action comedy. It is a very uneven movie. It's a very uneven movie. And it's once it starts going, you're like, oh, that is kind of interesting. And I want to learn more about that. And it's like, no, now we're going to play snooker. And you're like, what? But what does that have to do with them getting chased?
I got tired of seeing that one guy, Aspirin, get his ass kicked like throughout the movie. Like he was constantly getting beat up. It was like, all right, like I get it. Too much time at that guy's apartment too, where he was doing all the illegal documents.
But
And he was funny, he was good, but it's like too much. Just constantly, it just kept. It's like the fact of them getting caught and getting beat up and escaping just kept happening over and over.
But again, and we always go back to this. We are used to the Western structure for movies, right? There's a first act, a second act, and a third act. We know within 20 minutes what this movie's about, and then the biggest chunk of the movie is the second act. We don't get Cynthia Rothrock until 30 minutes into this movie.
Yeah.
In a movie that is built where she's second build or top build in our version, I think.
Is she?
Yeah.
I think. Oh, I don't remember.
I think it was Cynthia Rothrock.
It was both
and
of
then
them.
Michelle. I was gonna say Michelle Kwan.
And this is Cynthia Rothrock's first movie, and this is Michelle Kwan as her original first few movies were. This is her third or fourth movie, so it's very early in both of their careers. So it's odd that it would be billed as them with the stars. Especially being their first outing, right?
Yeah.
Especially for Cynthia Rothrock.
But I don't feel anybody else in the movie besides Samo is a genuine star yet.
And you guys didn't even get Samuel.
And we didn't even see him.
Yeah.
Samo got cut out in our version. And so did Penis, apparently.
Yeah, it started really. That's what, like, that was funny. It wasn't funny, but it was like, oh, this is gonna be a funny movie.
It's slapstick.
Yeah, slapsticky. There you go. But then the very next scene is the whole bank robbery or the robbing the armored car, and that shit got real serious real quick.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm confused. That being said, I love that scene where she's running with the car.
Yeah.
That
It
shit looks
looks
cool as fuck.
But she jumps in front of it.
Yeah.
And then runs alongside it.
Yeah.
It just looked cool. I don't know if you guys, like, I really liked that. I was like, damn, that looks cool. Did they both have short hair so the guys can take the bumps?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Did you notice that? Every bump was taken by a guy. And I was like, is that why they put short hair on both of them?
No, I also
they
think
could've
like
worn wigs.
80s.
They're rocking their 80s look.
It's a very 80s look.
Yeah.
Dude, I was digging what they wore throughout.
No, there were so many pleats. Yeah.
And were there rompers? Was Michelle Yeoh wearing a romper at the end?
In my heart,
Was
she
it all
was.
one piece? Maybe.
No,
I don't
was
think
just
it
the
was
big
one
pants,
piece.
so
Yeah.
you're talking about those big, like, baggy
The white
pants.
ones?
Yeah.
The white
It was like
outfit?
a suit type of thing. Right?
Yeah. It was like business casual.
Yeah.
Or all business in her case. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. So then the ending
Okay.
of this movie, like,
Is the best part of this movie.
oh no. I'm not talking about let's
The
talk
actual
about that.
ending.
I'm talking about the actual scene at the very. What did you guys end with? Let's just make sure we ended with the same thing. Now that we're talking
It's
about
like the ending of Shaft. Like he shoots.
Yeah.
He shoots the bad guy because
Yeah.
there's no other way of them winning.
Exactly.
Because they've ruined them. Although there's this whole subplot where this company needs to get back their microfilm because that's the evidence of them having
They forged a contract.
forging contracts, which only seemed like it was one contract. Like, let's be real. But they made it seem like it's all of this stuff. But the forger said he had put it in the box. And I kind of took him at his word because that's kind of the last thing he says.
And it was locked and stuff.
Yeah, so they never
That's why I was
opened up
like,
the
when he puts
contents
it
of
in
that
his
box.
mouth, I'm like, that's just another forged one.
It's not a real one.
I didn't think so.
Yeah.
It was an odd ending, and then it doesn't even give you time to do we did it.
It was like
shoot, and then it goes back to let's see what was in the movie, and then we got to see the scenes again.
Yeah, I almost thought it was a flashback at first. I'm like, oh, why are they fucking flashing back to this? But then I was like, oh shit, it's the end of the movie.
It was very fast.
And again, it wasn't even one of the two ladies doing it.
Nope. They were like, don't do it.
They don't even show the guy on a movie poster. The guys are nowhere to be seen with the. That's super interesting.
And I'm wondering, and it's hard to find stuff because it has so many different freaking names everywhere. Like in the UK, it's police assassins. It's not even the same thing.
They just got a whole nother
So-
police assassins. Interesting.
So when I've been trying to find stuff, it's hard to find. So I wonder if it does have different cuts for different things and was trying to do
people.
different whatever.
Yeah,
like
we don't
maybe
need
it
to see
is
that.
just.
We can't sell a movie with Wiener in the first 5 minutes.
That maybe
Right?
you're right.
No, but I will tell you this. This movie starts off action-packed.
Yes.
It starts off action-packed, and there is a constant and consistent rhythm that this movie has. It's almost anxiety-inducing because you're like, okay, now they're going to kick this guy's ass again. But why? How? Who's this guy? Where did he come out? Now, why is this like the snooker champ in our
What the fuck
version?
is that all about?
Just somewhere they hung out, right? But in our version, he has a very, he's like, hey, he's like Don Conan. I told you not to mess with us.
So Enrique and I didn't get to see this. We just heard a little bit of it before we started filming it. Before we started recording this, this shit's hilarious. Talk about the dubs on the dub version that you.
They are very cartoonish things. Like, hey, why do we got to do this thing? I don't know. They're gonna find us now. But really, we got to do. Oh, wow, these girls coming out all the time. They're gonna kill us.
Yeah, it was fucking hilarious.
Stop selling me forged documents. I'm just trying to do my thing, man.
Yeah,
It was a little wacky.
There was times that I think it was trying to be funny, but they got super serious right away. And it just was like, I don't know.
But that's when we talked previously in previous episodes about the campy novela acting, right? And I think this is this. It's like it has to hit very hard to be very funny, to then come back like, oh no, this is what actually happened.
Interesting. Okay, Enrique said it. That last fight scene, by that I mean when the badasses of the movie fucking, I wonder if this was built more of that, and then when they saw this fucking final cut, they were like, oh fuck, the ladies are the stars.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, because fuck me, dude. That shit's badass. That is such a good fucking fight scene. Yeah. And they love to go through glass.
Oh my gosh, there was a lot of
so
glass.
much glass in that bitch. But
and then the glass in the face. The
when
glass
he died?
in the face. That was cool.
Well, I'm assuming he's dead, right? But like, both ladies are badasses. Like, and they get to shine in that last scene at different parts, and then together, and then separate again. And it was fucking cool.
They were so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were so good throughout the fighting. Was it sped up?
I think so, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's parts where it's very sped up. I enjoyed the set piece with the forger. In our version, it's called Fingers. So I enjoyed the Dick.
You enjoy Fingers?
Coming to get fingers.
Yes, please continue.
No, but because it borders on Jackie Chan's stunt team. Things like his whole apartment is rigged where doors open and close and they spin, and he can jump from one, like instead of a twin bed, he's got like, three leveled bed that he's trying to go. Like, that was impressive to not fight, but to evade in close quarters.
I felt there was multiple times in this movie where I felt like the Jackie Chan stunt team was in there. Like, it was just shit that looked cool. And I was like, oh, that reminded me of Police Story. Oh, that reminds me of, like, I don't know. I'm not saying it was, but it just felt like it in certain areas.
And here's my takeaway. It takes a certain level of expertise to act like a dumbass, but then be able to gracefully move out of the way, to jump, to do all these things. So I'm going to sneeze, but...
Bless you.
Sorry, Enrique. We have our spike.
He's gonna start it right there. He's gonna start the fucking recording.
No, but like it is impressive to see these guys, and that's like, now I have to act like a dumbass, like in the Jackie Chan movie we saw, right?
All of them.
No, but to pretend that, like the mute, right? To be like, oh, I'm playing this wacky role, but it's like, no, I can actually kick your ass, and I have the dexterity, I have the ability to do the splits and then to raise my leg up in the air and do front kicks, side kicks, all this stuff. So I, even in the worst of movies that we watch, there, at least the Asian cinema ones, there is a level of mastery that the dumbest of characters has to do.
And look, as much as some of these parts of this movie I was kind of like meh with, every time those ladies were on screen, it was badass. It was badass. I mean, in the airport, that was fucking cool. Michelle Yeoh lands a fucking kick that looks like that shit sent that motherfucker flying, dude. It was badass. And then the guy, there was one part where the guy just jumped at him, which looked really funny though, because the way he jumped at him looked ridiculous. But other than that, dude, it was cool. And then when Cynthia hits the screen, fucking badass, dude. And she does that wall kick where you're just like, yo, man, like,
Well, that split up against the wall in the last scene.
Oh,
On the ledge, and then
How do you explain that? Yeah, because like it's kind of hard.
It's like a column, right?
Yes.
And it's got a ledge on it, so she's standing on the up against the wall, but she's doing like the split up against
not onto the ground, but onto the wall.
Oh,
yeah. And she kicks backwards into it, right?
Yeah, and she's fighting with that with the bow staff or whatever.
Yeah, dude. A lot of really impressive stuff in there.
Yeah, it's a shame because this movie could have been really amazing.
So, just looking at something we can do later. I looked up best, movies, and it's called Righting Wrongs, but then on the poster it says Above the Law. Fuck, I wonder if this is just a thing with her movies. But it's directed by Corey Wynn. But it also stars Wen Bao and Cynthia Rothrock. And it's basically one of his best films. And this is a time that Sammo Hung and Jackie Chan, he was one of the 3 dudes that was making these movies. So maybe that's something we can jump on later. And hopefully she's on the fucking poster. So I'm assuming that means, but we just got that.
So
and again, I don't know. That's interesting.
Was Cynthia Rothrock was she the female Chuck Norris?
Yeah, B level. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But was there
she's good. She's actually good, unlike
but
Chuck
her
Norris.
American movies were all B level, bro.
She gets like typecast kind of like he does. So she gets put in these roles.
Because she's white and she kicks ass.
And she can kick ass.
But okay,
so she gets
for
these
the Chuck
action
Norris, it
movies
was
that
Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Was there a female action star at that time? If she was a B? Does that make any sense? Like,
I don't think we get
an A? Sigourney Weaver?
A female badass? No, but like until not Bridget Nielsen. Oh my god,
Which movie are you thinking?
Yeah.
I'm thinking until the 90s.
Who would be the female action star in the 90s?
Yeah, she's a blonde. Oh my god, she's not Bridget Nielsen. But Bridget Nielsen,
The species one?
no, not still from Species.
Uma Thurman?
Oh.
No, Uma Thurman. Uma Thurman becomes badass in the aughts with Kill Bill.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The 90s.
Oh my goodness.
What are you thinking of?
Samantha Cain, Dizzy Flores, Ellie Stellar, but no, none of these.
No.
What movie are you thinking of?
Erica
Sarah Connor?
Liniak
Erica Liniak
from that Steven Seagal movie.
where she shows her
and
boobs off.
Playboy magazine.
Oh yeah.
No.
Best female
She's
action
blonde. That's the
star.
only reason.
No, so here, while they're looking for that, I will speak to. I feel that Cynthia Rothrock never ggets out of the B movie status. Chuck Norris has a chance to, but then he signs with Golden Globus, and it's like we're gonna pump these movies, man, because they know what kind of movie they're selling. They know how they can sell a poster with Chuck Norris.
Yeah,
and it's like, and then we'll come with the story later. Invasion USA, right? Whereas Stallone and Schwarzenegger, they also start as B movie kind of thugs, but they make their way out of it. Pumping Iron, then Conan breaks him as a superstar. Then you get the Terminator, and it's like done.
That's it. So right after that, Commando, Predator, everything starts coming out. Yeah,
Rocky.
He just hits from the beginning.
Rocky hits now, but before
that's
that,
not an action.
No, and so once he gets
Rambo,
once they figure out First Blood and First Blood Part 2, and even First Blood Part 2 is a B movie, but he transcends that. It's a B movie. It's got Kreese from.
No. I'm saying to this list I'm looking at.
Are you talking Linda Hamilton?
No, not Linda Hamilton.
Okay, so here we go. I looked up best female action stars. I didn't just do 90s. I just went best of all time, and Screen Rant gives me 10. Let's see what we think. 1 to 10 or 10 to 1?
10 to 1.
10 to 1. All right, here we go. 10, Jennifer Gardner.
No.
She kicks ass in Alias. If you've never watched Alias.
Alias was a cool show, but
I don't know.
Dark Angel. They talk about Daredevil, Elektra.
She's a Dark Angel.
Elektra.
That's what it says.
I thought
Gardner joined Jessica Alba. Dark Angel. Oh no! Sorry. No, sorry, they were the new
Yes.
ones coming up. I'm so sorry, I read that wrong. So they were saying Gardner, Alba, and Michelle Gellar
She's
were like
trash in Electra.
all right, number 9. I never can say her name right. The Resident Evil girl, Mila Jovovich. Jovovich. Okay.
She kicks butt in that movie.
Okay.
Now,
Number 8.
does she transcend outside of the genre or outside of movies made by her husband? Besides Lilo Corbin Dallas, I don't think so.
I like these movies a lot. Number 8, Angelina Jolie. I like the Tomb Raider movies.
But that's 2.
Wanted, Salt, Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yes.
So, I mean, okay, number 8. Number 7, Zhang Ziyi, our girl from Crouch Tiger, Hidden Dragon. They don't even put anything else on the list. They just put that. like enough said.
They don't know her.
But they have Rush Hour 2, Hero, House of the Flying Daggers. But the first one they just drenched it. So that's number 8. Number 6, Kate Beckinsale.
From Underworld.
Underworld franchise. Yep. Mm-hmm. She's also on the Resident Evil?
She's in one of them.
Yeah, so we got that.
Few of them.
Also the Total Recall remake, Whiteout, Van Helsing. She's in those. Number 5, I think this is high for this one. Zoe Saldana.
That movie is cool. The one where it's her.
Colombiana.
Yes.
So they have her for Guardians of the Galaxy, Avatar, Star Trek, The Losers. I do like The Losers, actually. Colombiana. Number 4, this one for Enrique, Michelle Rodriguez.
Lady herself.
Best action stars or a badass?
They're just saying best female action stars. That's what they're saying. She is a badass, though. You're right.
She is a badass.
The Fast and Furious franchise, obviously. SWAT, Girl Fight. Girl Fight was dope, dude. Avatar, Machete. So there you go. Number 3. This one's for me, Pam Grier. I was like, oh, when I saw that, I was like, hell yeah, Pam
Foxy
Grier.
Brown.
Foxy Brown. Jackie Brown, when he did that one. Ghost of Mars, I guess she's in too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not a good.
Number 2, Michelle Yeoh. And they have her as number 2. We go through everything. And this one was interesting to me because I'm only remembering one franchise, but I'll read it right now. But Michelle Yeoh, they have her for obviously Crouch Tiger and Dragon, Police Story 3, Tomorrow Never Dies, a bunch of stuff. And they say everything you can go with that Jackie Chan, Jet Li, everything she's been with. Number 1, Linda Hamilton.
Because
She's
she's a
only a
badass in Terminator, but
But she's only a
that's
badass
it.
in 2 movies.
Honestly, that's all they have her in. Is that it? That's it. They don't even have her in.
So why
in
is she
anything
number
else.
1?
I know. I don't know.
Why?
How?
¿Por qué?
You know why.
¿Por
What
qué?
did you say? That's interesting. You're right. Because they literally only have in Terminator. And honestly, she's not even a badass in Terminator.
Is she in that a
In
lot?
Terminator 2.
In Terminator 2,
But
she
no,
is.
in Terminator, I'm saying she's more of the damsel in distress. Where
Yeah.
I feel in Terminator 2, she's a fucking, don't get me wrong, she's a badass.
They list Terminator?
Yeah, they talk about Terminator and Terminator, but Terminator 2 is a big one.
Who's
Terminator 2.
the actress in an Alien?
Sigourney
Certainly
Weaver.
Weaver, but she didn't do a lot of action though. She
But she was good
She's
in
in
that.
the movie, but
Though.
she's not the.
But she carries that franchise.
Okay, but
True.
if you're putting Linda Hamilton for Terminator 2,
Oh, I'm not saying no.
I
like,
think she's just as a badass. Get away from her, you
yeah.
bitch. That's just as badass.
Oh,
and she's not even top 10.
And she's in Avatar. Like what?
That's true. She is an Avatar.
Yeah, but she's in the lab. She's not fighting.
Well, I
She's
get
not
you, but
fighting,
you got Zoe
Stephen Lang.
Saldana. She's just running
Oh,
around.
and I heard Stephen Lang's back in the sequel.
Connecting with the thing. And
Yeah.
All right,
So who
A
are you talking
banshee.
about? Did you figure it
So
out?
did you figure it out?
No, because you guys went on a rant.
Okay. Well, we actually went to
Screen Rant.
So I jumped on another list real quick. I just want to see what their number 1 is. Oh, but they're doing this by character in the movie. Never mind. This is different. Then they actually picked the character that Charlize Theron plays in Mad Max Fury Road. Like as a number 1 heroine in the movie.
Yeah.
Furiosa?
Yeah. So hey, look, you know who they have as number 2? Ripley from the Alien series.
Yeah.
So like the fact that she's not even on the other one is kind of crazy. Oh, but number 3, Linda Hamilton from Terminator 2. That is
why
kind of
not
interesting,
Jamie Lee
though.
Curtis from True Lies?
Hey, dude.
There's a whole other list for that one. But look, I love this. Number 5, Pam Grier in everything.
Yeah.
So then why isn't she number 1 then? Why, Enrique?
Why? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué?
In the Screen Rant, it should be Michelle Yeoh because Michelle Yeoh has her movies from Asia, but then she does the crossover.
Yeah.
This movie, man, this list is bullshit because it has Gal Gadot as number 6, fool. above Michelle Yeoh. The fuck out of here. But Michelle Yeoh can run on screen. All right, here we go. That's interesting though. So
you saw her running with a car. Of course she can run on screen.
Word, and she looked way cooler fucking that. Without that, I don't know what it is about that scene. I just think it looks so fucking cool.
That scene, it looked like an anime, like a cartoon, like an anime running.
Something's weird, but it looks super fucking cool.
Yeah.
What is it, Abarca? Like, I don't.
Well,
I know
she's
what
like
you're saying.
she's
It
like
almost
hunched
looks
over.
fake.
She's like hunched over, and she's like taking big strides.
It almost looks fake, right? Like, I don't know what it is. You're right, but it looked cool. In the movie we're talking about, we're going back now. Why does that scene look so fucking cool to me? And like I saw to Enrique too. Like, it looks so cool.
It did look cool.
Because do they cut?
It's really quick, but they just show her. They just show her running along the car. The car must have not been going that fast, obviously, but her stride just looked cool.
Because she's keeping up with the car.
Yeah,
and then it's probably undercranked, and then when
she's like
when it's sped up.
Because she's using the car for cover, right?
Yeah, because so she's not standing up and running. Right. She's literally down and running, but it looks fucking cool.
And she's holding a gun too or something? Is she holding
she's holding it like this.
Yeah.
It looks really, really cool.
Yeah. I think I made her sexy.
Is that what it is? Yeah, that's so interesting.
How old was she in this movie?
Oh my God. Ha!
Michelle Yeoh.
Let me see if I can find out.
So thethings.com, number 1, Sigourney Weaver is a female action goat.
Yeah. Sigourney Weaver was badass in those.
Because they're saying Aliens, Avatar, Ghostbusters is enough to make her number 1. This is another list, but I like this number 2, Pam Grier, quite literally paved the way. Giving respect, right? Like that's what I'm saying. Like how you not?
Yeah, Pam Grier's early stuff, she was doing the damn thing.
How about Grace Jones?
Grace Jones is scary. Grace Jones scares the shit out of me.
Who are you talking about?
Grace Jones?
Who are you talking about?
You never figured out who we were talking about?
I would tell you there's a movie where
number 4.
It's a young blonde girl who has amnesia, and she comes out, and then she's it's an action gun movie
in the 90s.
In the 90s.
Huh. This has an interesting entrance that I thought should have made the other one. What about Scarlett Johansson?
Well, recently, right?
But still,
for 10 years. For 10 years, being Scarlett. No, Black Widow.
I'll be honest with you. This list is very
23.
similar to the other one, except that Gal Gadot is 10 and Charlize Theron is in this one because of the Mad Max stuff. But it has Angelina Jolie, Zhang Ziyi, Linda Hamilton, Scarlett Johansson, which, you're right. We just think of, it's just Marvel. But, dude, how many movies is that now? Like, that's more movies than a lot. And they have Ghost in the Shell.
Charlize Theron is in Atomic Blonde, which is pretty badass.
Yeah. Hey, Charlize Theron goes hard, bro.
She does.
She's in Ultraviolet. That's a trash movie.
Monster, bro.
She's cool. Monster. She's so good.
Fuck, how do you make that attractive of a woman look like that? I'm sorry, bro. Like she is.
You just don't put makeup on her, and she's like, I won the Academy Award.
Sharon Stone,
hard, bro.
No, she's not Sharon Stone.
Oh.
I'm
just following this list on the thing.
Okay. I was like, Sharon Stone did action movies?
We're not gonna end this episode until we figure out.
Right? We're gonna be here till we do it, bro.
Sharon Stone was in The Quick and the Dead.
Yeah, but
that's barely a Western.
I'm just telling you what this one.
I watched the shit out of that movie though because it was a Western. I wouldn't do that. All right, so back to the movie.
Natalie Portman.
For what? Star Wars?
No, for the French dude movie.
Look, Donald Duck thought that was bullshit. That's what he thinks about it. Ass, bro.
Sorry,
Donald Duck didn't like your answer at all. Okay, so this movie is tough to watch at point. Not tough. I shouldn't say that. The story's weird. I don't know if it was trying to be funny. I don't know if it was trying to be heartwarming. I don't know if it was just an action flick. I think maybe it was trying to do all of it. But we can all agree it needed more yes, madame in it, right? Because those ladies should have been on screen all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. And less of the friends.
Less of the friends, yeah.
Do you possibly think that really maybe this was a Friends movie and then they just figured out these girls were too badass to... Because none of the friends know how to fight, right?
Because they weren't Michelle Yeoh wasn't, like you said earlier, wasn't like established yet.
This was her third or fourth movie, so she was stunt girl, right?
Yeah.
So like they build them as.
And Cynthia Rothrock's, this was her. She
This
talks
is her
about it.
first
She has a
movie.
video on her YouTube channel where she talks about this movie. And yeah, it was literally her first movie.
But like, kung fu movies had been led by female heroines. So like, it's not like this would have been the first to ever do it.
Yeah,
so
but-
why were they afraid?
No, I just don't think that was the plan for the movie. And then
You just changed everything.
well, and then they just kicked so much ass, and they were, when they're editing the movie, and they're just like, oh my god, what?
And they probably couldn't go
Let's
back and
put
film more
them
shit
on
with
the
them
po-
because they had
yeah.
already decided just to film that.
Let's put them on the poster and sell it that way, and then because you definitely don't get like what we know of when certain actors or actresses lead a movie.
Yeah.
You see them on the screen more than not, and then this one you don't see them more than the others.
Which is kind of cool that if something like that actually happened, because it just shows the power of these two ladies and how good they were. And they were. They
Yeah.
were the best parts of this movie. The bathroom fight, when they fought together,
Yeah.
dude, is there other, and there probably isn't. Is there anything else with both of them in it again?
Let me look. But
Because
is
they
Long
look so
Kiss
good.
Goodnight the movie you're talking about with
Oh.
Gina Davis?
No, it's not Gina Davis.
Okay.
Sorry.
Barb's gonna find it, goddammit. All right,
It's Bridget Fonda, Point of No Return.
Bridget Fonda.
So I had the name right. It's not Bridget Nielsen.
Bridget
It's
Fonda.
Bridget Fonda.
All right. That's one of the things you dumped out of your brain to make room for other stuff. But like, you got it back. Now you got to get rid of something else. Probably your social security number. That's the thing. But yeah, I just they look so good together. Like, I like the choice of both having like the same haircut, kind of like and like the dark and the light, like, even the hair color and stuff like that. They pop.
Well, the black and the white at the end.
Yes.
Like that, I was like, oh, this looks really cool.
Like, they're super. You're right there, Enrique.
Enrique, buddy, people get old and he's
I'm
freaking out because
just
of the picture
seeing
and
it.
Bridget Fonda's all
I'm
fat.
just seeing. Is that her?
I don't know. Looks totally unrecognizable in her first sighting in 12 years.
What was the movie you said that she's in?
Point of No Return.
I just see this one that they're in together.
Oh, Point of No Return was badass. Oh, so this is the only one?
That's all I see. Yeah.
Because, dude, they which is weird because they were so good together.
She's in Jackie Brown as well.
And I liked her. I like the whole Cynthia being the badass, like the hardcore cop. She started beating the fuck out of that guy.
She's like,
Your methods don't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was bad.
Oh, get them to talk.
Yeah, that was cool. And her being in like the
Here's a cigarette.
Yeah, yeah, and then like it burned her hand too, but she didn't want to show it. Like, I don't know, her as a badass, and then Michelle having more of the like, let me outsmart them. Like, I'm gonna let them go on purpose. Like, I don't know. It just was there any payoff for letting that guy get away? They followed him to the.
Yeah, they were just using
They
him
did,
as
but
a trap.
they got that other guy killed.
Okay, I don't know. They're awesome. They're awesome. They should have, and I wonder if they just didn't want to go back, or they just didn't have the money to go back, because this is a low budget movie, right?
Yeah.
Even though fucking the effects on this shit, like somebody probably really got hurt doing that shit, because if this was low budget, they take some bumps.
Well, it seems like it's an independent movie.
Mm-hmm.
Cynthia Rothrock in her video said that she got kicked in the ear by Dick Way,
Yeah.
and she had to go to the hospital. They checked her out. They're like, "Yeah, you busted something in there, whatever." And then she went back to filming.
Yeah. An inner ear something.
I believe it, dude, because they took some. The people were getting fucking hit in this like bad, and especially again because I think it was low budget. So. Yeah, this movie could have been so much more. And it's a shame they never did it again. Like, they never got back together. So now, and you're saying it's hard to find this, so you probably haven't been able to find this. Since this is Super Cops 2, is there a Super Cops 1? Or are they trying to say there's 2 Super Cops in this movie?
Well, I don't know because
There's a
that's
guy
a
named
good
Cliff.
question.
But there is a Super Cops 3.
With, you guys were saying who's in it?
Donnie Yen?
But
is
it's
that the one
also-
Donnie Yen's in?
No, I don't. Well, see, I don't know. So
This is
in
a
the
mystery about
UK,
mysteries.
Are they taking these movies and just giving them the title?
they're just giving them new names because in the UK, this is Police Assassins and Police Assassins 2. So I don't know if there's
Two Assassins.
So the
Or
same
two
movie.
assassins.
I don't know if there is a movie before this that's in the line of duty or whatever. But there is a string of in the line of duty movies. But I think what they did is and I'm not 100% here, but I think
We'll
what
take
they
it as
did
it
is
is.
they just took movies
There are foreign movies
with
that brought
Michelle
them over,
Yeoh,
and then
they
just,
named them that. They named them all that and just put them in. So I don't think it's like I don't think it's like a sequel type thing.
Gotcha.
I think they're all separate movies and they're just named
own
that.
thing.
I heard
Yeah.
In the Line of Fire, actually a sequel to this movie.
I love that.
Oh,
In
did
the
I
Line
call
of
it fire? Because these names are similar
Dude,
in the
they're all
line
the
of
same.
duty.
They're all the same.
I apologize.
Okay. Enrique, would you tell people to watch this movie? I feel like I have.
yeah.
They're so good.
Yeah.
The airport fight, the bathroom fight, the last fight.
They're that impressive that it is worth. And the movie's an hour and 30 minutes, so it's not like
It's almost an hour and 20 minutes in some of the watchings or whatever.
it felt long, but it really isn't.
I literally had to go back because I knocked out in the middle, like during all the shit with the friends.
It shouldn't have felt that long because it's only an hour and 30. But
I'll go back to you right now. So, but you're saying yes.
Yes.
Did you guys feel emotion for the friends? Like, because they were really trying to play off like he's been my friend forever. I didn't give a fuck.
No.
Because the ladies were too good.
I don't think it built enough of one thing or the other. Like, I don't think it built enough of the cop's story. Like I think you get the idea, the sense that she comes over and they're fighting for like who's better or whatever. I get that, but there's not really like anything. There's never really like we're in it together. Like they never make that turn. I know, but they don't even do that with the guys. There's not a lot of time.
They were just annoying too.
There's time spent with them, but it's not a lot of time. And even the bad guy,
Shit.
when he's laughing at the
Greatest
end.
villain laugh of all time. I don't even right there. Greatest villain laugh of all time.
But even him, like, I was like, okay, what? Like, I get that you want your thing back, but what do you do? Like, what else are you? Like,
The lawyer was a bigger asshole.
yeah, like it was just a lot of
I'm not
like,
as nice as him.
just wanted more info, I guess, about somebody.
Did you get the friendship?
It's
Vibe or-
once they get fingers killed, it's like, oh, that sucks, man.
Yeah.
Like, because they talk about we're thieves and we have a code of honor, right? And so they're like, we don't want any part in this. And the moment that in our version, the professor starts saying, I'm going to go to the cops. Like it sets in motion this weird thing that you can feel for the guy. He's like, I'm strapping all these guns. Get out of my way. Yeah. Goes in there, guns akimbo, and
none of them work.
Then none of them work. And then finally the last one actually
is the one.
He flashes
the real
back
gun.
to, I want to get the real gun. And he's like, oh, yeah.
We even got the extra scene with Sammo Hung in it where you find out that he's there, like the guy who taught him how to be thieves, right? Or whatever. But even that, I don't give a fuck. Because that was almost campy with the whole eating the greasy food. So that's why I'm like, what are you trying to be here? I don't know. Okay. So Enrique, you said yes, you would do that. Abarca, would you tell people to watch it?
I think so. But you have to decide if you do the dub version, it is way over the top with the performances. Like the imitation I did is not an exaggeration. That's how they sound.
I say, yeah, watch it because the girls are that impressive. It's a shame there wasn't more of them. And it's a shame they never did a movie together again after that because I'm bummed out about that.
It's not too late.
It's not too late.
And they're both making movies.
And they're both still doing
Stay
it.
tuned for my movie, Police Cops.
Not regular cops, but
Police Cops.
got you. All right, Enrique, it's your time of the show. What are you going to ask us, man?
I mean, I think so. This week's easy. How do we make this better?
I got you. I would honestly have had the girls maybe kick the bad guy and be like, because they're not cops anymore. Remember, they gave up the badge.
They turned it
So
in.
maybe they fucking kick the shit out of the bad guy, and not that he even has to die, and they fucking just walk away or something like that. Or were they cuffed? When they walked in?
No, they just took him out.
Yeah,
No,
right.
yeah.
So
We'll
they turn
sue
around
the pants
and
off of you. Wink.
And then she says, "Sue me for what?" And she fucking just kicks the shit out of them. They both do, and then they walk off. I don't like. I know if this was being billed as a friend movie, and then they switched it to the Yes Madame because of how good the girls were. That last scene makes no fucking sense. That he's the guy that does that. It just doesn't. So maybe the girls kick him and then they walk off. Fucking high five or fuck it, they kick him and you know what they yell out? We did it, and I would have fucking been fine. I'd have been fine with that. Abarca.
Well, this movie needs to decide what it either has them be competent martial artists to get out of their own
The guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or this movie follows the girls, and we see way less of these characters, and maybe it's more of the investigation, like in Super Cop or Police Story 2.
Okay.
Right. No matter what other things are happening, Jackie Chan is still the main character in this.
Yeah. Okay. Enrique, what'd you do?
Yeah, I think just minimize the role of the three friends, the robbers.
Mm-hmm.
Minimize that whole story, and then kind of
Maximize the girl.
highlight more of the fighting with the girls, and then highlight the confrontations between them, the girls, and then the other bad guys that I can actually fight.
Well, and they have to drive the narrative, right? There should be more to this movie than just coincidences.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, I was robbing this guy. Coincidentally, I know the guy that forges and can.
Do we even need them? Do we even need them to accidentally rob him at that moment?
No.
Can we not
Not
just
really.
have them going after the film?
Yeah.
And that's it.
Well, they build this whole thing between Michelle and this guy, this accountant or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then after he gets killed,
It gets
it's not
dropped
like-
in the first act.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like she's even doing it for revenge anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's
Right.
weird. Stevens, what would you do to make this movie better?
I'll answer for her.
Please.
She wants more eyebrows.
Oh yeah, the eyebrows.
That character was a fucking weird.
Like,
He came out of nowhere, huh?
why
Yeah.
do you even need that? I say, take that all out.
Take out eyebrows? Yeah, that was weird.
Like, there's no point of that. And just like what you guys are saying, like, focus on a story. Like, let me see a whole story. I don't need this side of the story and this side of the story and that side of the story, and tell me a story. Like,
You're not Tarantino,
Yeah. Yeah, don't
You're not-
do all that.
right? Because there's no true, real ends to each of these little stories. At least a satisfying end.
Who's more badass, Michelle or Cynthia?
Oh, in this movie?
In this movie. In just this movie. Because, come on, Michelle's the answer. In all time, like, Michelle's the answer. I mean, Cynthia stayed in the bees, right? No disrespect, but she did. And we got to check out some more. I do want to check out that other movie with Cynthia at some point because, like, let's see, maybe that's
there's a whole
movie.
lot of other stuff.
And, we got a ton to pick from, but let's try to look for some good ones.
China O'Brien.
So I like Cynthia in this movie. That move you talked about might be the coolest thing on screen.
I
when
think she
does
had
that
the
split.
best. I think she had the best moments in this.
When she fought Dick. Because that's what sucks is that Michelle fights the other guy and he's almost comical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it takes away. It still looked badass. Don't get me wrong, but he was comical. Where Dick was a badass.
Yeah.
And he was billed as a badass the whole movie. And Cynthia went toe to toe, man, and fucking looked cool doing it. So for me, it was Cynthia. And I love that fucking kick she does where she pulls back ass from Cynthia. So I'm all about that.
In the airport in the beginning.
No. At the that one was kind of cool. Was that her actual leg? No, huh?
Oh, when she went back, when she's like up close to
No, it was forward, wasn't it? And like her leg comes out right here, like right here. That's not.
No,
Right?
I don't think
Dude, that would have been fucking
With somebody
crazy.
else.
No, it was like one of those fake legs.
Fake
where
legs
she
up. But it looked
swung
kind of cool though. At first I was like, oh shit. No, I'm talking about at the end where she has him and she back kicks and kicks him in the head.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Oh,
ooh, yeah. You can see it through all the pleats. So I'm gonna pick Cynthia for mine. Abarca?
Who's more badass in this movie? Cynthia, because of her approach. She's the the bad cop, right?
Yeah. Okay. Enrique?
Yeah, she had the best moments in this.
Stevens?
Just to be opposing, I'll say Michelle Yeoh.
You can just agree with her. It's okay.
Damn, Stevens. I guess. We agreed with you that the third ass in the line was the best ass in that other movie.
Cynthia Rothrock didn't run along with a car.
Oh, that's a good point. That is a very
she
cool
didn't
fucking scene.
Flip from the balcony and freaking
I know.
go
So,
through
but
the back
Michelle
and
Yeoh didn't
flip
either,
through the
though.
thing.
That was the guy.
Hey, man.
That was not Michelle Yeoh. So relax because it wasn't her either. Where honestly, that split was her.
Yeah.
That shit looked cool, man. But you're
It's
right,
true.
the car run was cool. They're both badasses, don't get me wrong. But I think it's kind of
Yeah.
impressive that Cynthia was able to be a badass in this movie next to Michelle Yeoh. And it'd be her first movie.
Yeah.
But Michelle Yeoh, Dirty Harry's that guy. She's like, hey, we gotta do this? And they're like, I'm. And then
Which
he's
is
like,
funny because then she becomes not the badass cop.
Yeah.
I don't know. Kind of.
so
I don't know. Like I think they were both badasses.
They were.
But
Oh,
for some
100%.
reason, it feels like Cynthia Is it just because it's unexpected? Maybe because we know Michelle Yeoh at this point.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's just that because it is her first movie, dude. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So, but again, she only made it to the B's when she came here, which is interesting. But looking at that list, honestly, there wasn't a lot of that.
There's not a lot happening
in that time. The people was either before Pam Grier's and stuff like that, or all afters.
But even even Pam Grier's movies they're blaxploitation, right?
Yeah.
They are B movies.
They're not Hollywood movies. Yeah, that's a good point. They are B movies. Interesting. Okay. All right. So, top 10?
No.
Nah. No. Yeah. Me either.
It had potential, but
yeah. I will tell you, this might be top 10 fight scenes of all time for me so far that we've watched. That ending.
And that's actually where we got the
that's the only reason why I watched
the idea from, because it was part of a compilation.
Yeah. So, but not top 10. Not for me either. But right now that number 10 is a gatekeeper, bro. So it's gonna be interesting to see what gets past that. All right, it's gonna be interesting. Maybe next week's movie. Stevens, what are we watching next week?
Maybe. Next week we are watching Dragon, the Bruce Lee story from 1993.
I'm voting for her right now.
You're already putting it in number 2.
Dang.
You can pretty much watch this. Let's see if you have subscriptions to Philo, the Roku channel, Sling TV.
Philo? They still fucking make shit?
You can or Philo maybe. I don't know how to say it.
No, I said Philo, the shoe company. You buy a pair of Philos, you get this movie.
Or on Fubo. You can watch for free, but otherwise you can rent it pretty much everywhere else. So
this is going to be a tough one for me, Enrique, because there's going to be a lot of emotions stuck to this movie. So, Abarca, just so he knows what he's getting into, what is this movie?
It's a dramatization of Bruce Lee's life and how he goes from being a child star in Hong Kong to then going back to Hong Kong and becoming the biggest action star in the world, while also inventing Jeet Kune Do.
And battling demons.
Literal and figurative demons.
Yeah. And dealing with racism.
Yeah.
And yada, blah, blah, blah.
Are you going to give us a top 10 list this week? Or?
He didn't ask.
Hey, Stevens, what's the top 10 list?
Because we weren't ranking.
We actually have an update, right?
Oh.
We actually have an updated list this
Yes,
week.
it is updated after last week's movie.
After last week's movie, yeah.
So number 1, you have Fearless.
It was updated last week.
Number 2 is Enter the Dragon. Number 3 is Everything Everywhere All at Once. Number 4.
Best of the best 2 on this?
Number 4 is The 36th Chamber of Shaolin.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5 is Legend of the Drunken Master or Drunken Master 2.
Damn.
Number 6 is Way of the Dragon. Number 7 is Crippled Avengers. Number 8 is Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Number 9 is Fist of Fury. And sadly, this movie didn't make it in because I wanted to say the 15 different titles.
Every single week?
But our number 10 movie is RRR.
Hey, man, I'm about to send a message to Manny and see if when he gets a chance to watch some of the stuff that we told him, see what he thinks. Because he's going to watch number 3 on our list and number 10 on our list. So maybe you can see, because we gave him everything.
Did we get a picture with him and Stallone?
No, I haven't got it. No, Stallone, no, 50.
50.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was 50. Yeah, it was 50. Yeah. No, he talked about that, what you were talking about.
He's
Is that how you?
No, I'm not sure.
Okay. All right. Yeah, man. So, okay. Well, we'll see. Maybe next week's movie. I mean, like I said, there's going to be a lot of emotions tied to it for me. So that's going to be a tough one, guys. You're going to have to put up with my bullshit like in Last Dragon. So just know that's coming. But I'm just letting you know now. Enrique, where can they get a hold of us?
They can go to our link tree, linktr.ee/Gung-Fu Super Bros for our social media, our podcast, and for a couple links to get a hold of us.
All right.
On.
Yeah, guys, do that.
If they want to leave us a voicemail, Barker, where do they do that?
I'm sorry. It's I've got different. I have different notes for different things, so it's not in.
Don't
this
read
one.
into your dream journal. Give us what's the number they do for the voicemail, Barker.
Here we go, guys.
When he makes a oh, okay.
No, guys. Hey, don't forget that you can leave us a voicemail at www.gungfusuperbros.com or on our Google Voice number 661-401-5941. You can also rate, review, leave us a comment on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or other digital platforms where we are available. If you're on YouTube, guys, hit that bell icon, like, subscribe, and we've got some more content coming up.
Yeah, for sure, man. Should be awesome. Abarca, say bye.
Be good humans, folks.
Enrique.
Bye.
Super Producer.
Bye.
Super Producer Stevens.
Bye.
Thank you for that. So I can edit. You can edit that out. And remember, my name. Put your phone down real quick, Abarca. You'll see why.
Hold on. I'm sorry, I'm blocking this number.
No. Remember, guys, my name's Ivan. Love you guys. And I'm sorry, but I did mean it. Finger me, daddy ass.
Scissor me, man.
No, I wanted to change it so we don't get fucking.
Whatever. Say it.
All right, we're going back. Here we go. Ready?
We see you.
Hold on. Right here. Listen up, brother. I'm here for you. I'm here to take you down right here. The new mega powers are back.
You ready, Enrique? But big ups.
I don't know what's going on.
Big
right
props.
now.
Here we go. Get ready. Big props to the Acclaim, the first gay AEW. Whoa, I think it might be the first gay
He's the first
champion in like openly gay champion in all of like wrestling and stuff like that.
He
So
said
big ups.
wow.
he wrote today. His grandma passed away in 2005. He said, "Grandma, I'm gonna be big. I'm gonna make something of myself."
His nana. Yeah, he did say that. So big ups to you guys. You guys won the championship a few weekends ago or weeks ago. So on that being said, last time, scissor me, daddy ass. Wu-Tang, motherfucker.